Welcome to the beautiful world of New Zealand. We'd like to inform you about the country, its culture, the general way of life, and the many beautiful places that New Zealand has to offer. For those of you interested in emigrating to New Zealand, we hope the answers to many of your outstanding questions will be clearly covered during the course of this film. Come with us to a land of myth and mystery, a land of intense beauty. Rugged landscapes, rich verdant pastoral land, and primeval forests overlooking windswept beaches. Cosmopolitan cities buzzing with a blend of modern commerce and tangible history. New Zealand at its best. Waitangi lies on the Bay of Islands, which is about a 4-hour drive north of Auckland. It's a natural reserve around the town of Pahia. The area is steeped in the essence and history of New Zealand. Modern New Zealand society is officially bicultural. It maintains strong active links with the past while incorporating change. Anyone considering a move to New Zealand obviously will require banking arrangements. So, how can one open a bank account in New Zealand? Whangarei is the cultural and commercial heart of the North Island and has an urban population of approximately 40,000. It nestles at the foot of forest-clad hills and looks out over an extensive picturesque harbour. The Wairakei geothermal power development is the first of its kind in the world to utilise steam to generate electricity. It's worth mentioning that consumer power charges in New Zealand are the third cheapest in the Western world, and wind energy should not be forgotten either. Rotorua, centrally situated on the North Island, is the thermal area of New Zealand. It has a wealth of forests, lush pastures, colourful silesia deposits, and clear streams rich in trout. This part of the country is a seething seismic region with hot springs, steaming sulphur terraces, and boiling mud geysers. The colours are striking due to the sulphur deposits, and the often overpowering smell is caused by the fumes filtering up from the bowels of the earth. The expanse of steaming water known as the Champagne Pool was formed by an eruption of such magnitude that the vibrations could be felt in Europe. At least, that's how the story goes. The surface temperature of 74 degrees Celsius is great for boiling lobsters, but a little bit too hot for taking a bath. Napier is the largest city in the Hawke's Bay region of New Zealand. A disastrous earthquake destroyed the city in February 1931. The earthquake heaved 40 square kilometres of water-covered land above sea level. But rebuilding commenced, and Napier became the Art Deco capital. Napier has the most concentrated collection of Art Deco architecture anywhere in the world. It evokes memories of a bygone era. This is a living museum, and it's fun. New Zealand's school system, with the Glen Burby Preparatory School as an example, helps to provide some important answers for immigrants. Paul Shepherd is the school principal, and he talks about the New Zealand educational system. What stages does a child go through from start to finish in the local school system? The Huka Falls. Every picture is worth 1,000 words. The Huka Falls, one of the wonders of New Zealand, are situated on the Waikato River, the only outlet for Lake Taupo, New Zealand's biggest lake. All the water is channeled through a chasm with a 36-foot drop. The falls have been left as nature intended, although they could supply much of the hydroelectric power that the country requires. You can take an exhilarating jet boat ride to gain a different perspective of the falls. We are now in Kamo, Whangarei, at the Bush Road Medical Centre, 200 kilometres north of Auckland. Dr. Andrew Miller is able to give us a clear picture of the medical services in New Zealand. For those interested in the outdoor life, and especially anything to do with water, then New Zealand is the place to be. Why not try jet boating right up to the foot of the Hooker Falls? Believe it or not, 300,000 litres of water hurtle through the narrow chasm every second. Water sports are really big here, and boats of every kind are available for charter. Get away from it all. There's plenty of opportunity for sporting activities on lakes, rivers or the coast. Take your pick. What about property and living accommodation in New Zealand? The real estate companies here are able to offer a wide variety of houses and flats in a wonderful landscape. Many homes are constructed of wood, but it doesn't mean that conventional brick-built houses are not available. There's something to suit everyone. There's nothing that can really prepare you for the experience that awaits you at Cape Kidnappers, home to one of the largest accessible mainland gannet colonies in the world. The area, which is administered by the Department of Conservation, presents a unique opportunity to observe the gannets in their natural environment. The gannet, which is a member of the booby family, is related to the shag, pelican and frigate bird families. The season at Cape Kidnappers runs from September to late April. The best time for viewing the birds is between early November and late February. The first chicks hatch out in the first week of November, and the last chicks depart from the colony for their migration to Australia in May. Mount Egmont is a dormant volcano in the Egmont National Park, which lies in the southwest corner of the North Island. It's 2,581 metres high. Its symmetrical snow-capped cone is a major landmark on the Tasman Sea coast. Taranaki is the native Maori name for the mountain. A court judgment ruled that this was an equally valid name. Many maps now show both names for the mountain because both are considered to be officially correct. Wellington, New Zealand's capital, is characterised by steep hills and a tightly packed city, clustered around a spectacular deep-water harbour. It's a beautiful city with sophistication without losing the charm of a compact village. Wellington has a population totalling almost 167,000, with a further 429,000 in the Wellington region. It's an exciting, vibrant city with fine museums, libraries and art galleries. Both New Zealanders and overseas visitors like to travel the Pacific Coast Highway to the Coromandel Peninsula to enjoy its incredible peace, tranquility and spectacular beauty. It's renowned for its rugged hills, waterfalls, hot springs and acres of windswept coastline with huge expanses of inviting white sandy beaches. Although much of the forest timber was felled in the 19th century, substantial tracts remain, providing a thriving ecosystem for unique species of seabirds and indigenous sea animals. The coast features mussel and oyster farms. You can buy them directly on the beach or enjoy them cooked for you in restaurants at a very reasonable price.